City have just lost 2-1 the derby, an absolute sickener. I'm here back at stage at Matchday Live. We've got David Mooney there, Natalie Pike, Sean Gower, and we're all we're frustrated because I don't know what I've just witnessed. Well, I watched the City team be absolutely excellent, deserve a win, and then that happened. Sean, Mr. Sean Gower's over here. Sean,
hey.
Sean, you're a striker. You were a striker.
Yeah.
That isn't a goal, is it? That should not be a goal.
No, it's not a goal. For me, I'm so disappointed because I think it was an easy call for the referee. And the fact he hasn't got that call right. The ball was just too close to Rashford for him to say it's not interfering. Hugely disappointing.
I mean,
shocking.
There's no way that this should happen, should it? In terms of the rules, they've been the same since you were a striker, as well, since I was playing football as a kid. I mean, there is what do you think this possibly said? Why would the referee even give that? Do you think he's just read something different than we have? I don't know.
I'm lost for words.
Yeah.
And if I'm honest, I'm quite intrigued to see what a lot of other ex-pundits are saying, because for me, the ball was just too close for Rashford. He's running onto it, and it's not until he sees in the corner of his eye, maybe 2 meters away, 3 meters away, Fernandez is coming. And if it's flipped, meaning if that ball's if he's in that position and Rashford could shoot with his right foot, he doesn't leave it.
Exactly.
He doesn't leave it. So to say that he's not interfering, I mean, I think there was a point when the ball literally was 3-4 inches from his foot. And then you say he's not interfering. I can't. And I hate talking about refereeing decisions after games. Yeah. I really do. So I'm intrigued to see what Pep has to say.
Overall, though, City got right. Much better.
Much better performance, and I think we're now capable of being a good run.
We're gonna do it. We're gonna do it as well.
Pep live now.
Pep's live right now. Sean, I love you, man. I love you.
Pleasure.
Pep's live right now. It's gonna be fascinating what he says.
He's just said that Rashford is in an offside position. He doesn't understand the law anymore. Hey.
There we go.
You upset?
Gutted, but we showed fight.
We did indeed. I know Pep's absolutely furious as you expect him to be, and to be honest, I am. I do think City were much better. They were. That was a performance full of. The first half was slow and cagey, but we found ourselves again. We found exactly who we were meant to be, and the second half, City came out looking powerful. They dominated the game, and the frustrating thing for me is that it took time to get there, but we got the reaction that we wanted after Southampton, and still we've been affected by something out of our own hands, and that's just not good enough. It isn't good enough at all. David Mooney, you right? I'm going to have David Mooney for Bleeding Podcast.
Am I allowed to swear?
Of course you are. It's my fucking video. It's fucking scandalous. Go.
Yeah. Why is it not offside? Why is it not offside?
I don't understand it. I don't understand any thought process behind it.
It's like, am I interfering with you now? If I stand here and stop you from filming a video, is that
slightly
interfering?
awkward?
Yeah,
it's
interfering, isn't it?
But I didn't touch the camera, so it's fine. You know what I mean? You're in my line of view, though, so there we go. What were the rules again that you read on your phone?
Well, it was if you interfere with a line of sight or interfere with an opponent's run, then you're offside. Well, I mean, it's almost textbook.
It's like if they did an example of how to be interfering, they would have shown that example, and that's what happened. But the positives, though, we were better, though, weren't we, man? That was much better.
I was very encouraged by the performance up until that point. I thought they lost their heads a bit after the goal. I mean, understandably so. But
I did. You did. We all did. So
yeah, I mean, I kicked a chair, so they didn't have the ability to do that.
And Man City's very expensive studio.
But yeah, I thought the performance, aside from what happened after the equaliser, was pretty damn good, and I'm quite encouraged by that.
Thursday better, hopefully.
Hopefully, it's Spurs though. Weird things happen against Spurs.
Yeah, not as weird as that, maybe. Though, fucking hell. Maybe
well, just you wait. Just you wait.
God. Anyway, subscribe to the Bleeding Podcast as always.
Yes, please do.
Cheers, man. Cheers. That was frustrating. I am honest. I've calmed down a bit because I've been ranting on the City studio set here, but it's so frustrating because honestly, individuals. Rodri was immense. Cancelo was so much more involved and added so much. Kyle Walker covering so well. Kanji Naki had that covered. So many things went right for City today, but that went wrong. Anyway, just a quick match reaction there. There'll be a more in-depth one soon, of course, on my channel. But I wanted to get this video. I wanted to see what Nat thought and Sean thought and David thought, of course. I'm fucking furious. Absolutely furious. Because we've been robbed of, in my opinion, what we deserved, what would have been a deserved 3 points and an important milestone in this season. Subscribe like usual. Bye bye.